Hi everybody, welcome back to Sirdar Stitches. Hope you're all doing okay and I've had a good week. Mine has been horrific work-wise. Yeah, work's been quite intense this week with some long days and no lunches, but that is very unusual for me at work. So it's been a very long week. I did, oh, the whole camera went then. I did manage to get myself to Unravel this morning. So I'm recording this quickly now. So I thought I'd do it, and I have got a haul for you. I am going to show you my progress on my Sirdar CAL quickly first though, so you can see that. But yeah, I needed something to look forward to, and it was a bit of a last minute decision. And then luckily they're doing pay on the door entry. So yeah, so that's good. So I did manage to make it there because I didn't commit myself because I didn't know how I was going to feel and for time, and yeah, so I'm glad I didn't. So Sirdar Hearts and Flowers crochet long. This week too. I did manage to keep up and complete week 1. I think I was halfway through it when I showed you all my granny squares. I'm now on week 2. So week 1, I've got half to show you. So this is the week 1 element. So I made all my individual granny square hearts that I showed you, and then we had to join and do a top and bottom border. And I'm pleased now I'm looking at that because a lot of people have done this and then found one of the hearts is upside down. But mine are all up the right way, thank goodness. So we've got 8 hearts joined together. And then this week's part of the pattern. This doesn't look as doesn't look as sort of pattern heavy each week as the gingerbread one, which I don't know, might increase slightly, but this second week doesn't look too bad, which is nice when I've had the week I have had. I'm just getting this yarn out so I can show you. So we are now starting to add a wave border to the top. So as you can see, I've just finished colour 4 and I've just attached colour 5. So I'm guessing this one says add to the top of the hearts, and I wonder if the other one I think might be adding to the bottom possibly. I haven't looked that far ahead, but I will check. So that is where we're up to on Hearts and Flowers this week. So yeah, it's a nice repeat pattern. So with this, once I know which way I'm doing it, I can just sit and do the whole row, and then it's a line of DC crochet back. So it's quite nice. I can do 2 long rows with kind of minimal pattern review, if that makes sense. And I do like the way that's obviously working up and doing the wave. I've done a ripple blanket before, but I've not done something like this, and it's nice to see how that is, made, how that effect is created. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on with that tonight. I'm now on Oyster Pink is attached to start my next row. Yeah, so that is where I am with the Hearts and Flowers CAL. So we're doing all right, we're keeping up, which is good. Right, Unravel haul today. I have some bags to show you. Fairly good for me. Firstly, I have to say hello to Rachel, who bumped into me there. It's always funny because people start to look at me and smile and say hello, and obviously I don't know who you all are. So hello Rachel, thank you for saying hello. It was lovely to meet you today. And yeah, I hope you managed to you looked like you had some nice purchases so far. So I hope you've had a good time. We went to Toft, the haul with Toft in first. We kind of did it in reverse order than I would normally. And saw Tash and Emma. I got the new colours, the apricot and the raspberry that Toft have just released. They did a website update yesterday, and they've got free delivery this weekend. So I think they only had about 50 balls of each colour at Unravel, and I think they were selling out quite quickly of the stock that they had at the actual warehouse as well. So they had some dramas, I think, with the vans, multiple, according to Tash, bless them, with issues with breaking down vans, trying to get down there yesterday. So I think they've had a bit of a nightmare journey, but they've made it. I did get a nosy at the little peach colour that's coming soon. I know Tash said she was allowed to sort of, if people see it, it's in one of the patterns actually. There's a list show of all the colours, but I did get to see it, which was nice. Yeah, Tash will be at Q with, I think, Beth and Kerry, and it's going to be a nice one apparently. Tash couldn't spill anymore or she'll get in trouble, but she said it's going to be slightly different and it'll be nice. Emma's going to be at the Ermin Natural History one that I'm going to, so that'll be nice to see her there as well. On the subject of Toft, we have had an email while I was there to say that Dye Club is finishing, which is quite sad. The next instalment on like the 19th of March will be the last. Jess wasn't at Q in December, and when I asked, she was on holiday, but Evie was going off to have baby. So I think Jess may have actually left Toft. I think from talking to some of the other Tofties, I think they may have definitely confirmed or found out that Jess has left. And Jess used to do all the hand dyeing for Toft. All of that hand dye every 3 months, she used to do it all. So whether that's an influence of the decision or whether, I mean, the email does say Kerry said it was longer than she ever intended to do Dye Club for. And it's one of everyone's favourites. People really love it. So that is a shame. It is the only one I kept going, having just cancelled my Imaginists. So yeah, no more Dye Club, which is a bit disappointing. It's a shame, but yeah. This is why I spent a little bit extra today. No more Dye Club. Right, let me show you, as we're on the subject of Toft, what I purchased today. By the way, this Hide and Hammer bag was the one that I've already shown you guys that I purchased previously, but I took it with me to be my shopping bag for today. And I saw New there, and she took a picture of me, whether it'll go on her socials, but it was me with my Hide and Hammer bag, buying another Hide and Hammer bag. Spoiler. Toft. So they had a show offer on these 100-gram skeins. So they were 3 for the price of 2, and they were £25 each instead of 28. So I got 3 skeins for £50 instead of 84, I think it should be the normal price. So I got myself another heather, because I did purchase one of those off resale off a guy called Simon, who I know from the workshops. But I've got myself another heather because I love that colour. And I got a beetroot and a chive. So all of these are being discontinued. Heather is definitely not coming back, they said, but these ones are coming back in 25-gram balls. So yeah, I wanted to get myself, I did debate getting 2 heathers, but then I just bought the one off Simon. So 3 for £50. So I got those. That was my second purchase, because I was only just going to get the new yarn. And then Tash helpfully told me about the sale, the offers section at the end. That kind of made sense why they had the current Dye Club instalment as well, that they were selling there, because if they're not doing Dye Club anymore, they're going to try and sell off the stocks that they've got. So you guys will have seen these before. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking really quickly. I want to cram it all in for you. This is Apricot that I had with my Flora Society, so they've now released it as their colour. So yeah, that is the new Apricot colourway. So I did a 6 bundle offer for 30. I haven't placed an order with Toft yesterday because I thought, well, if I do end up at Unravel, I'll have a look and see what they've got. So there is Apricot. And then this is the new raspberry colour from Toft that they just released yesterday. So yeah, that is the new raspberry. So I bought 3 of those. So I have those in the collection. But yeah, really like that colour. Really lovely colourway, and it is definitely a raspberry colour. So yeah, so for context, the 2 new colours. There you go. So I purchased those from Toft, and I did get it in an older drawstring bag rather than a new tote bag. So that is, oh, put my stuff away. I'm going to have to take pictures after, and then also do the traditional let's add up and see what Michelle spent, because we know I like to see how much I spent, and I haven't done that yet. I've literally just got in the door, so I thought I'd record you a video. Right, that was just my leaflet. I'll show you the map open. They've done it like a proper map, which is massive. This is our huge map. So obviously it's not like as big as Ali Pally, but it's all yarn and yarny goodness. So Ali Pally is the knitting and stitching. So there's a lot of sewing machines and things. Right. So I purchased from Mamie and Florrie, which is where I got my geometry cocoon yarn holder. These were in the sale bucket for £16 a skein, and they are neon neps, and I've not tried these yet. And I've seen a lot of people doing it at the moment. Siobhan's has started doing them, Bryony at Spectrum Fibre as well. And I wasn't sure from seeing them online, but having seen them in person, and they are UV reactive. I don't have a UV light to show you, but they are UV reactive. So I did just have the blue. And then because Dye Club finished, I got myself another at £16 each. So that's what Dye Club would have been. So this is called Angel of Purity, this one. Disco Neon. DK, because you know what I'm like. And then this one is called Yego Scooters at the Arc de Triomphe. There you go. So they are 85% superwash merino and 15% neon nep and DK size. So yeah, got those. I think they were like £16.30 or something, or £16.40 a skein. The most hilarious point for you, which I will tell my husband later, but I'm telling you guys now. I had phone calls on my phone from my bank because they wanted to confirm suspicious activity on my card, and it was me buying yarn today. Because I've been doing my low spend, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, Michelle's gone a bit mad buying stuff today. And obviously it wasn't local where I live. So I had one phone call which I didn't see, and then the second one came through and I had to answer it. And it was just an automated, but it's like, all these purchases, we need to make sure they're not fraudulent. So that was quite funny. I'm trying to do what I did last year, with the exception of Toft necessarily, and buy yarn from people I haven't purchased yarn from before. So that is what I've tried to do today. Buy a skein or two here from new people, because I can touch and feel and look. So that is what I've gone for. So this one is Little Grey Girl, who I've heard a lot about online. And I've seen other sort of YouTubers, etc., use Little Grey Girl. And this is called Alwyn, and it's high twist DK. 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So that is called Alwyn. So it's A-L. And it's just mainly undyed, but with, it's almost like a bit of a wintry type theme through it. So that's that one. That was, I think, £20. I'm going to try and remember the prices for you. Then we found a company called Pixie Yarn. Pixie Yarn, that I've not heard of before. She had a really lovely colourway that I liked, but it was only in 4-ply. She said she doesn't really do DK because it's one that doesn't sell, but if I want a custom, she can re-dye it for me in a DK. So, but I did purchase from her this hand-dyed yarn called In Your Face, which is really cool. This is one of the only DKs she had, but it's, there you go, in your face. It's a really nice colourway, so I love that. So I think that was 20, I think. And then the last thing in my hide and hammer bag is this project bag. I couldn't think of the word then. So this was from Rosie's Moments. So I like, there you go, so you can see all the fabric, and it's denim at the top there. And then if I look inside, so it is a drawstring inside, and then once you undrawstring it, the inside is waterproof. So it's going to be protected. So although the outside is like fabricy canvas, they've made it waterproof inside, so that if it were to get wet with the rain or whatever, it's not going to make your stuff wet. So yeah, I've got that inside, and also it means then you've got a bit more extra storage in the top. This was only £14. So it's a handmade bag. It's somebody that they have make them for them locally. £14. And it's got a little flat bottom, so you can put loads of stuff in it. But I really liked that. Yeah. And that is the hide and hammer bag, now empty. On that vein, as I said, I did stop at Hide and Hammer and saw new. I did, obviously, I bought my first Hide and Hammer last year at Unravel, and now I have about 8. And I was chatting to her about a couple of things, and because there was the incident with my bag that went missing, or I got the wrong one. She's like, oh, that was you. I was like, yeah, it's fine. You know, it all got sorted really quickly. I said, but I was that one. She was like, oh yeah. She said she was packing so many orders and something got moved. I was like, it doesn't matter. It was sorted. I was like, I was more worried that you were going to list some more and my bag would be in there. I was like, I wanted that specific one. Anyway, we were chatting. And I don't have one of the small roll tops, which used to be the 08, I think she said. I can never remember the numbers. So I went for a small in the same matching mulberry colour. Because, yeah, I don't have a small one. And why not? So this is the size. So let's take the handle off. I mean, this is how tall it is. And obviously, you can see really. We could try and work out with my skeins that I've got here how many we could fit in. 1, 2, 3. Well, I can fit all my 4 skeins in and it's still got room. It wouldn't fold all the way down, but that's with 400 grams in there. So it's definitely a sort of at least a 2-3 skein project bag that you can use it for. So this was, I want to say 70 or 75 pounds. I would need to check. But yeah, I got the small roll top. I like mine to roll. I don't know. I'm funny about which way it rolls. And then it's just the brown handle. So they're a slightly different colour handle to what I've got on here, but that's okay. I can always, because New does handles separately, so I can always chop and change if I fancy a different handle set. So that was my purchase from Hide and Hammer. It was a little bag. I'm going to loop that back round on there. So that was that purchase. Right, next we have Stevie from Curated Yarn Company that lives locally to me. I had her Advent, if you recall. It was the one in the holographic-y bag. And she dropped it off to me because she lives local. She had her Wicked collection in Luxe DK. And this is actually baby alpaca and silk and cashmere. Really, really soft. And they're in Wicked colours. So I loved these. So I picked out these 2 colours. And they are so soft. I've never had baby alpaca yarn before, so I'm excited to try this. I didn't quite realise when I picked them up. I just saw Wicked and I was like, I'm having those, DK. And yeah, so they're Luxe DK. So we have Defying Gravity Elphaba. And then we have Popular Glinda. Now, obviously I know I purchased Wicked yarn themed and made this. But this is a, as you see, different tone. And I am slightly Wicked obsessed at the moment. So that is from Stevie at Curated Yarn Company. So yeah, those were £24 a skein on those 2. Feels so soft. This could be a new obsession, baby alpaca yarn. Yes, so that's lovely. Then we have, this was a new lady that I hadn't seen before. And this is Knotted by Nish. Ethically and sustainably sourced. Now this is called worsted, but worsted is basically equivalent-ish to DK. Yeah, it's 100 grams, it's 221 meters, which is basically, I get 225 out of DK normally. And this is called Wildflower, this holographic label. And this is Wildflower. So yeah, this is a new one I haven't tried before. It should be interesting to try. And this is very soft as well. This is 100% superwash merino Wildflower. So that is a new person. So if I show you the logo, Knotted by Nish. I will, if you follow me on Instagram, I will take pictures, and what I'll try and do is, before I upload this video as well, is get links for you within the description of the video. So if you like anything you see or want to go and check out these, then I will link for you. So that was my last 100 gram skein. So how many did I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus my 3 Toft. 10. Never mind. I love the fact that my credit card just decided to have a hissy fit going, is this you buying all this? And then my last purchase out of this bag is I went to Fox and Squirrel, and I'm blaming Holly completely for this because you wanted something from there, and I picked it up for you. So then, of course, I had to make a purchase. So I picked up these 20-gram mini skeins. They are Platinum DK. I've never heard of Platinum DK, but it's 75% merino, 25% nylon. And these were £15, and these were the mini skeins. So I got some mermaidy ones, as I like to think they are for me. That's that colour. And then this is the set that Holly asked if I could look for her. There we go. So this is pinky, orangey, purplies. So yeah, there were only, I think this was the last set left. So Holly, you're very lucky. I picked that up for you. But those were my last purchases. Well, they weren't my last, but this is the last in the bag. So that is everything Unravel. I'm going to take my scarf off because I'm getting too warm now. So yeah, I will add up how much I've spent. I'm probably going to be sad at how much I spent, but I'm not really. It's just, you know, like I say, I go to 2 yarn shows a year, there and Ali Pali, if I can. And I wasn't even sure I was going to get there this year anyway. Hence this really quick video, so I can get it sorted for you. Because of my busy weekend away. Yeah, that was Unravel. It was very busy. I saw, and I always get the girls the wrong way around. Lydia and Hannah from WK7. I think it's Lydia. Yeah, I very much get, I'm useless. Saw her there today. She was there obviously not as an exhibitor because WK7 Yarn stopped, but as a shopper. And she said Friday was always the busiest day, apparently. I was like, oh, I should have asked you then. Sunday's the quietest. But yeah, Friday, she said everyone, I think, wants to get in and get the stuff. And so it's busy. We had to park, not in the normal car park. So not in the Farnham Maltings car park, not in the one next to that, which is called Wagon Yard or Wagons Yard. But we were in a car park over by the Sainsbury's, which was a 4-hour limit, unfortunately. But it was just about enough for us, to be fair. We didn't want to go back round again. We'd kind of made our on-the-spot purchases as we went round, as opposed to doing around, looking and then going back. I'm not very much like that. If I see something I want, I'm like, I'll buy it now because I'll come back and it won't be there and I'll be disappointed. So yeah, so we did that. It took us about an hour and a half each way, so not too bad. Yeah, but yeah, got some nice little bits and didn't go too mad, she says. I'll add it all up and I'll let you know later. Yes, check out Toft's website update that went through yesterday because they've got the new colourways and free shipping for UK and I think £5 off international shipping. But yeah, apparently there's been a live. I haven't seen it today, so I'll have a look at the live video in a sec and see. But I think that was where she said about sort of sad news about Dye Club, and then all of those that are subscribers got an email. I couldn't even read it. Luckily somebody sent me a picture of it to read. Thank you, Kylie. But yeah, I'll have a look at my emails in a sec. But I mean, that's £30 a quarter I'm now not going to be spending, plus postage. £28 plus postage on Dye Club. But it's a shame. I quite enjoy the Dye Clubs. Yeah, we'll have to see if they bring out another club or anything. I suppose also for any of those of you that don't have Dye Club patches, you probably want to get one now. Because they won't produce any more of those. But yeah, there you go. So that is Unravel. I am going to go and take some photos and add up how much I spent on all of this. And I might try and put that in the comments so you can... It's not a braggy thing, and I always say this is not a look what I've spent because, like I said, I don't have children, I don't have commitments, I don't have other things to pay for. We are a dinky household, as they say. Dual income, no kids yet. So we are lucky in that we can spend our money that we earn on what, you know, we are able and lucky to. And as I say, I only do this twice a year. So it is a very much, I will buy things as I see them. It has gone on the credit card, but I will pay for it. Yeah, it's a case of I like to go and I'm like, I'm not gonna, not necessarily not the sensible thing, but I'm not going to sort of limit and say I'm not going to buy that. I mean, I'm not good, I'm a bit of a shopaholic, but I'm not trying to justify, I'm just trying to explain. This is not a braggy, look at what I've spent. It is, I like to, and I always have done with you, tell you what I've spent and what things cost and show you, because also it's good for you to know, if you're new to this, you don't particularly want to get ripped off. Not that necessarily you would be, but you want to know the average price for things like hand dye and, you know, the hide and hammer bags. Yes, they are what people might consider expensive, but the quality of them is outstanding. Like, New said to me, yours is so clean. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get it dirty. She's like, I throw mine on the floor and this, that and the other. And I had to put it on the floor to pay her. I was like, oh no, I don't want to put it on the floor. But it's like the quality and stuff that, you know, and these are handmade. Yes, they're on a sewing machine, but all the handmade and attention to detail, they are not mass-produced items. And the same with the yarn. None of this hand dye is mass-produced. It is all done by one person putting colour on a base of yarn. So you kind of, that's why I like to share with you. As I say, it's not a look at what I've spent type thing to make anyone feel, you know, in any particular way. So I hope that comes across, that you guys don't take it that way, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't. I think you like living vicariously through me and getting to see what I spend. This will go in the stash and I'll use it at some point. I've got to catalogue it. Right, I'm going to stop waffling because I am waffling now. Thank you again, Rachel, for coming to say hello. It was lovely to meet you. It's nice to always, it's always a bit not disconcerting for me, but people smile and walk towards me and I'm like, do you know me from somewhere and I don't know you? But it's lovely. It was lovely to chat. And yeah, you're a knitter. You're good at knitting. I'm not. Which is, I'll send you my knitting requests. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend. And I will hopefully see you all next time. Take care. Bye.